Well, we'll see what happens here. For some more insight, we're going to go to Mercedes Schlapp right now. Instead of trying to work with the president to keep our government funded and find a bipartisan solution to DACA and border security, you get folks on the left still really fixated on the president's comments about immigration last week, specifically that one word. Let me show you just what's being said right now. Watch.
When ignorance and bigotry is allied with power, it is a dangerous force in our country. Your silence and your amnesia is complicity.
What this president has done is not only racist, it is a national security risk.
It's impossible to avoid the conclusion that Donald Trump is racist.
I mean, we have come so far in so many ways, but Donald Trump appears, does he not, determined to drag us back, not 30 years ago, but 100 years ago.
Joining me right now, White House Senior Advisor for Strategic Communications and Assistant to the President, Mercedes Schlapp. Wow, Mercedes, they're really running with this one. Why?
Well, I think that it's interesting to see Senator Cory Booker make that emotional plea when he's not fighting for what we need, which is protecting American lives against criminal, illegal aliens who have been coming into this nation. I mean, and ending sanctuary cities. So it is a bit hypocritical from Senator Booker's perspective in terms of ensuring that we have protection here of American lives. And it's one of the things that I think it's very important to understand, that when Senator Durbin and Senator Graham came over to the White House with their supposed deal, it included nothing of what the president asked for. In fact, their proposal increased chain migration. It increased illegal immigration. It didn't deal with the diversity visa lottery. And what the president asked for last week from the immigration meeting that he had with both parties there, with both the House and Senate members, he asked for a bicameral, bipartisan solution on DACA and border security.
Right.
And
he also said he would sign whatever they came up with, that they could work on together, and he'd sign it. Was that just a mistaken choice of words then?
Clearly what the president, and in the conversations he had with these members, both off and on camera, it was the fact that he wanted a bicameral, bipartisan framework. And that's what the members were asked to do. So when Senator Durbin and Senator Graham came over, these are two individuals who have had their plan and trying to push their plan for several months. They're two senators who are very liberal on this issue of immigration. They did not come with a what I would call in good faith here to the White House. What they presented was a very weak proposal that did not include the president's priorities. And so
why would Senator Graham do that? I mean, he has said actually quite similar words, by the way, himself. We played the sound just yesterday where he referred to some of these countries as hellholes and wondered why it is that we are accepting so many people from these places. Why is he, I mean, do you see him as trying to sabotage this in any way by not getting what the president wanted?
You know, I think that Senator Graham thought that he had an opportunity to come in here and present his proposal. And I think the president obviously wanted to make sure that it would have both bipartisan and bicameral support. That was not the case when Senator Durbin and Senator Graham came over here. And here's the deal. The president wants a permanent fix. He wants to ensure that we get the DACA part solved, but it has to include the border security measures. This proposal that Durbin and Graham presented, it had 1/10 of the funding that we need for border security. It would lead to a second DACA situation. It would recreate the situation, which is not what we need. We need to find a way to secure our borders, and that is why the president, in good faith, wants to have a deal that works, but it has to come from both the House and the Senate.
I mean, time's running out. You get, till Friday, or the government shuts down. Are we looking at a potential government shutdown? Are you okay with that?
Well, the president does not want the government to shut down. The president wants to ensure that the Democrats don't play the shutdown politics. We don't want DACA attached to any sort of spending bill. What we need to ensure is that the Democrats stop playing this game where what it is if you try to shut down the government, it impacts our troops. First and foremost, it impacts our national security. That is not a risk that in any way we want to take. That's actually a big mistake if the Democrats move in that direction. And I think, Trish, what you're seeing is that there are those Senate Democrats. Now, remember, when you pass the budget, you need 60 votes. So we need Democrats to support the CR, the continuing resolution. And so you already have Democrats already saying, well, wait a second, we don't want to shut down the government. So I do hope and I do believe that we are going to reach to an agreement come Friday and avert a government shutdown. The president obviously would have preferred a 2-year budget deal. We sent over the budget to Congress 6 months ago. Nothing's been done to get to that point where it's getting to a resolution. And so what this does impact at the end of the day is our national security, our readiness for our troops, and it's something that we need Congress to act upon on our budget.
It's got to be frustrating, Mercedes. I don't envy you your job. Trying to get anything done in Washington is not easy. Mercedes, thank you so much.